Everybody, or should I say, hey y'all, we are in Texas here. It is a rainy night tonight in Dallas, Texas. You may be able to hear the rain. I'm out here in my truck. That is why it is dark and you can't see anything. I know that sucks. Let me try to turn up the lighting a little bit. You can kind of see me. It's kind of like a podcast or something. It's almost like listening to the radio or something. You know, you can't see anybody on the radio, so but I'm here. You can kind of see me. There's my hands. I'm in my old truck, and you can hear the rain hitting the top of the roof. It's metal. So I got this 2004 Ford. It's all I could afford. Ford, get it? No, this is my truck of choice. I love it. Anyway, see, we got 3 people watching. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I just walked out here from outside the house, and it's kind of cold and raining. The raindrops are pretty cold. I've got a sleeveless shirt on, so the water is hitting my skin. It's pretty dang cold, I gotta tell you. Pretty cold. But it's all good. I want to first start out by saying I do not own the rights to any music heard or sang during the duration of this live stream. I do not own the rights to any music. If this live stream goes that route, if we do some karaoke, I'm not sure if we will or not, but probably will. I'm not sure how long this live stream is gonna go. Just depends on kind of how many people are watching, and if we can keep a conversation going, then it'll go a little bit longer. But if not, you know how it goes. But just want to touch bases with y'all. But I want to start this live stream out by saying I want to bring to light a problem that I know a lot of people, men and women, are dealing with in relationships. And that problem is, and I'm not going to say any names or anything, but I was told by a woman earlier this week, don't text me because my ex-boyfriend goes through my phone and he'll get pissed if he sees me talking to you. Okay? Did you hear what I said? She told me, do not text me because my ex-boyfriend goes through my phone and he will be pissed if he sees me talking to you. Number one, if you are a woman and your boyfriend is going through your phone, then you have a serious problem. If your boyfriend or husband is asking to go through your phone, then you have a serious problem in your relationship. Because number one, he is showing you that he does not trust you. Okay? I have been married and divorced. And let me say, in that time period, I never once asked to go through my wife's phone. Never, not one time. And I did not trust her. Okay? I knew she was cheating on me, but I still didn't ask to go through her phone. I didn't go through her personal stuff like that. Okay? Number two, I've never gone through my wife's phone. I've never went through my girlfriend's phone. Any girl I have ever dated, I never said, hey, let me see your phone so I can scroll through your messages. If you are a guy that has to do that, then you have no business being in a relationship. If you can't trust your woman to the point where you have to go through her phone daily, then you don't need to be with her. And if your man or boyfriend is doing that to you, that is a form of controlling. That's not okay. Now, remember what I said. She told me my ex-boyfriend will go through my phone and be pissed. Number one on that, your ex-boyfriend has no business going through your phone. None whatsoever at all. You shouldn't even be dealing with him. But because they have children together, he's living in the same household. And let me say this, just because you have kids together does not give you the right to live together. Okay? If you're not husband and wife, you got no business living together. All right? I've been with my girlfriend for 5 years. We don't live together. That's called adultery in the Bible. I'm speaking the truth tonight. All right? And he damn sure ain't got no business going through your phone if y'all ain't even a couple. But the thing is, I've got every right to text her, even though she's my ex. She's my employee. So, hey, what's going on? So some of these little boyfriends out here are getting way out of control. They are trying to dictate women, not only like that's their wife, but like that's their property. Even if that is your husband, he has no right going through your phone. And I hear of men all the time, oh, well, he goes through my purse and takes my money. He goes through my purse and takes cash out of my purse. Why? He has no right to do that. That's your purse. You are not a slave to your boyfriend. You're not even a slave to your husband. He should be treating you with respect. This is what I talk about all the time on the channel. Women are disrespected on a daily basis. Well, you're married, so do whatever I say. That's not how it goes. What did Jesus say? Love your wife like Christ loved the church. What did Christ do for the church? He died for us. And what else did he say? The one who serves you the most will be the highest. So he said, be a servant. Christ was a servant to the church. He was not a dictator. Husbands, he did not dictate the church. He loved the church. He died for the church. He gave down his life willingly for the church. Yes, it says, wives, obey your husbands, but husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. That means serve your wife. Women, obey your husbands. Husbands, serve your wife. That doesn't mean go through her purse and take her money, dictate where she goes and what she does. That doesn't mean financially abuse her by not giving her any money. That doesn't mean she can't go hang out with her friends on the weekend. That's not what any of that means, and people get it twisted. Okay? So now you've got boyfriends thinking that they are husbands to these women that they have impregnated, which, let me tell you something, you are not a husband just because you have a baby mama. You ain't no husband, all right? A lot of guys watching might get mad about these comments, but I'm telling you the truth. You ain't a husband until you get married. I don't even believe in common law married. Some people say, oh, I'm common law married. I don't believe in that. Marriage is between you, your wife, and God. My parents tried to say they were common law married, and I told them I don't believe that. You better go get married. You better go make it official. You better have some paperwork saying that you're married. Paperwork, you better have something where God is in your marriage. I don't care what the state says. Marriage was not created by the state. It was created by God. I don't think it's the state's rights to dictate marriage decision. That's up to God. He created it. He created it whether you believe it or not. Marriage is what God says it is. Marriage, God says, is between one man and one woman. Whether you believe it or not, that's what marriage is. Sorry. You don't get to change that. You don't get to change what God has already created. You can't defile what God created. But anyway, like I was saying, some of these boys out here these days, they're really brave. Because I see them disrespecting women so badly. So badly. Your boyfriend is going through your phone. Let me talk to the guys real quick. If you are a guy and you are watching this and you feel like you got to go through your girlfriend's phone every day to make sure she's not cheating on you, you got no business being with her. You're doing a disservice to her and a disservice to yourself. There are so many women that are with guys that treat them like this. Please understand, there are men out here that will love you, that will treat you right, that will respect you, that will call you beautiful, that will not call you the B word, call you out of your name. What I'm seeing nowadays is most guys, I'm not going to call them men, most guys refer to women as a B. I had one guy message me, stop talking to my B. Are you serious? That's how you refer to her? You refer to her as your bitch. That's how you're gonna. And I told her, I said, look, I showed her a screenshot. I said, look, this is how he talks. This is how he's talking about you. You're just a bitch to him. All right? Let me be straight up with y'all. If a man is calling you that, leave his sorry ass. You are not a bitch. If he looks at you like that, kick his ass to the curb. He's done. Because let me tell you something. I've never called my girlfriend a bitch. I never will. All right? Doesn't matter how she's acting. That's not my type of character to say those things to her. So, if you got a guy calling you that, get rid of him. Don't waste your time. A real man will not call you that. A real man will treat you like the queen you are. Look, y'all, life is short. We ain't got time to be down here fighting every day. Look, my first marriage, 7 years of fighting every single day. I put up with that crap. She wanted to start arguments every day, and I loved her through it all until I woke up and realized I don't have to put up with this. We had been together for 13 years total, married for 7. And it was almost like you get in a relationship with her and you're like, well, we've been together for so long, we can't break up now. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but there's no point in setting some record if it ain't going right. You know what I mean? If it's not going right, you don't belong with that person. God's got something better for you. And I don't think that you're watching this live stream by accident tonight. I think for real, God has got something better for you. And he brought you to this channel tonight to tell you this. You don't have to keep suffering. If there is a man beating you, get rid of him. Kick his sorry ass to the curb and let a real man come in and sweep you off your feet. This is your sign that there are real men out here that will love you, respect you, and treat you like the treasure you are. You don't have to put up with that anymore. A real man will not start fights with you every single day, will not down you, will not talk crap about you. A real man will build you up as his woman. I'm here to tell y'all this. I know it's hard to find a man these days. I know it is. But keep pressing, keep praying, and God will send you one. Don't accept the trash that is throwing themselves at you. Endure until you find the right man, because God, from the beginning of time, set aside somebody for you. And if they're disrespecting you right now, that's not the one for you. I've been disrespected and married the wrong person. Yes, it happens. It happens. For sure it happens. We rush into these things like marriage. I was 18 years old. You know, my girlfriend got pregnant. We had our first child at 19. And I jumped straight into marriage. At 19 years old, I got married. And things already weren't good for us. Things were not good. We were struggling. We didn't get along. But as soon as she got pregnant, you know, I tried to do what I thought was right. And I said, look, you know, we got to get married. That's what's right. You know, I started a family, so I need to marry you. And we need to be a family and move in together. And I'm telling you, if things are bad right now, and you go off and you get married and move in with each other, it's just going to get worse. It's not going to get better. I'm sorry, it's not. If you can't get along as boyfriend and girlfriend, becoming husband and wife is not going to make it better. And I'm just telling you, that's my opinion from my experience. It ain't going to make it better. It's not something that just magically, oh man, I'm married now. So it's just all, you know, it's just all love and flowers and roses and sunlight and great things now because we're married. We put a ring on each other's finger and now it's all hunky-dory. That ain't how it works. That's how I thought it worked. I thought everything was going to change and become better. It didn't. It became way worse. My spouse turned into something that I didn't think she could become. Good evening, Stacy. Welcome to the Cup of Joe show. Glad you're here. Being real with the channel tonight, you know? Yeah, you know, so, you know, my first marriage, there was adultery, a lot of it, and lies, and she started to hit me and abuse me, and I put up with it for years. And I'm telling y'all, it goes both ways. This is going for the guys and the girls. Guys, there are women that will physically abuse you. They will slap you, kick you, cuss you. Same for women. Women, there are guys that will verbally abuse you, kick you, slap you, punch you. Don't put up with it. I'm speaking from my experience. I put up with it for 7 years. 7 years. We would be in Walmart and she would slap the crap out of me for no reason, just because something pissed her off. She'd slap me in the back of the head. We'd be standing in the checkout line and she would just slap me and tell me I'm an idiot. You're stupid. Or she'd say, well, I want this. And I'm like, well, babe, we don't have the money for that. You're an idiot. You're a loser. Why don't you have a better job? Try to kick me, slap me, start screaming at me in public. And I was surprised. Like, I was shocked that nobody like said anything, but nobody said anything, you know, so I would just try to walk away, you know, but, You know, I mean, because I'm not going to hit a woman. You know, I'm just not that way. I mean, so I put up with it because I did not believe in divorce. I was like, once you get married, that it's forever. But what I realized was I wasn't happy, and my kid was seeing these things. And, you know, she was like 3 and 4 years old now. And I said, look, I'm not going to raise my child in a household where I'm being abused and I'm being cussed and we're fighting and screaming at each other every day. I said, I'm not doing it. I was raised in a household like that. I'm not doing it. So I went and filed for divorce. And honestly, best decision of my life. So I'm here to tell you, if you are putting up with some crap like that, you don't have to. You do not have to. Do not waste your time being unhappy. Don't do it. I wasted 13 years with her. 13 years total, 7 years married. And it was terrible. Like I said, a lot of people say to themselves, well, we've been together 8 years. We've been together 12 years. Well, we've been together 17 years, my parents. We've been together 17 years. We can't break up now. But yet they fought every single day, every day. And it affected me in my school, you know, in my education. You know, every night I'd come home and they'd start fighting and it would just ruin my day. So you're going to sleep shattered as a child. You're waking up shattered as a child. And then they plan something and then they get into an argument. Well, screw it then. We're not going to do that this weekend. We'll just sit here all weekend. So now they're breaking promises to the child. So many broken promises to me. We're going to go camping. But, you know, my parents start fighting. I never got to go camping as a kid. Broken promise after broken promise after broken promise. Because I had two parents that could not get along, but refused to separate because, oh, we've been together so long, we can't break up. Just like Mrs. Doubtfire said, y'all, sometimes mommies and daddies can love you better when they're divorced. And that's just the cold, hard truth. That's just the truth. So, I mean, I'm here to tell you, you know, if you're going through something, you got an abusive friend that says, I need to go through your phone every night, I don't think so. If you got a boyfriend saying, let me check your phone, I don't think so. Let me tell you, I'm not going to let my girlfriend check my phone. And she ain't never asked me. Because she trusts me and I trust her. And that's what the relationship is built off of. If you ain't got that, you ain't got nothing. There is no relationship and you got no business being together. Don't you ever let a man tell you, let me see your phone. Let me see your purse. Let me count how much money you have. I don't think so. Right? I'm being straight up with you. I would never do that. I've never done that to a woman. I never would. I wouldn't do that. I'm not her dictator. He's not your dictator. He does not dictate you. You have rights as a human being. You are a woman. All right? We got Coco Storm in the house. Everybody welcome Coco Storm. We got Stacy. We got Brown Girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. We got Better Men of Black Women. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I've been going off on a rant just because of some stuff that I've been dealing with lately with some you know, just some personal stuff I've been dealing with. And like I said, I'm not going to say any names, but a woman that I know told me, do not text me because my ex-boyfriend will get pissed if he finds out I'm talking to any man. And I was like, are you kidding me? What did you just say? Your ex-boyfriend. Yeah, he goes through my phone. Like I said before, I don't think so. Yeah, you kidding me? And that's another thing. Don't you ever let an ex try to tell you what to do. Man, come on, man. You boys out here getting pretty brave. Thinking that y'all can dictate black women and thinking that y'all can try to go through their phones. If you are an ex, dude. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. That is crazy. And like I said, I have every right to text her. And I don't give a damn if he likes it. If he doesn't like it, he can come tell me. Because I have faced this piece of shit before and told him, what's that shit you were talking about? And he didn't say nothing to me. But here he goes again. Let me tell you something. I got every right to text my employee about work. Or anything I damn well please. She's a woman. She has human rights. She has the right to talk to any man that she wants to. Gotta be kidding me. Don't you ever let a woman, don't you ever let a man tell you that if you're a woman. Don't you ever let anybody tell you that. Don't let anybody invade. It's invading your privacy is what it is. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, he is. I got another name for him, but I don't want to say on here. I don't want to, I don't want my language to be disrespectful. Yeah, that pisses me off though. Pisses me off. She comes home and he goes through her purse. An ex. Show me how much money you got. How much money did you make today? Dude. I'll tell y'all straight up. You got a man that's doing that to you, kick his sorry ass to the curb. Get rid of him immediately. God has a real man for you, and he is not it. That is not a man. A man will not do that shit. He will not. He needs to be worried about how much money he's making instead of how much money you have in your purse. That's crazy. I have never said, let me check your purse. Let me go through your purse. Show me your phone. Show me your bank account. Where have you been today? You kidding me? Nobody asks that crap. Men don't ask that. Yeah, that's right. See, Stacy will say what I want to say, but I can't. I can't say that on here, but yeah, Stacy she don't care. I agree. Many of you will agree. But there's a lot of dudes these days taking advantage of women. I mean, like I said, they're getting brave. They're the real man is such a dying breed. It really is. And I've seen men in their 50s act like boys. I've seen boys act like men. There's boys in their early 20s, 18, 19, acting more like men than some of these 40 and 50-year-old men these days. Unbelievable. And you young women, watch out, because I'm telling you, some of these 40 and 50-year-old men are some of the worst ones. They are preying on younger girls. This generation, there's a lot of dudes in their 40s and 50s. They're trying to hook up with these girls in their 20s and 30s, and they will promise you all this stuff, and they change, they switch on you. They're trying to manipulate you. Do not fall for that. Don't fall for that. She says, I dare a man to ask me anything. Yeah. You know, see, there's got to be a level of respect. You know, you've got to trust each other. Because if my woman says to me, hey, let me go through your phone, I'm going to say no. Why do you need to? That's going to piss me off. Because now it's showing me, hey, you don't trust me. And you want to go through my phone because now you think that I'm doing something, you know, and I'm not going to ask her. I have no reason to. Like I said, even when I knew I was being cheated on, I didn't say, let me see your phone. Why would I want to do that? I knew my wife was cheating on me. You think I want to see the proof? I already knew it. Think I want to hurt myself even more? You crazy? I don't want to see what was said. You know? I already knew. You know, so I mean, I'm just sorry to myself that I let me deal with that type of relationship for 13 years. You know, I was young, and you know, we got together when we were 15 years old. We were together for 13 years. It was a verbally abusive relationship, and it got physically abusive towards the end. And I just stayed because I thought, you know, hey, maybe she'll change. Maybe she'll change, you know. And a lot of us have thought that. A lot of women have thought that about the men they've been with. Maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll change. We have kids together. We can't divorce. We can't break up. We got to raise the children. I'm telling you, sometimes it is best to split up, because what you're going to do is you're going to emotionally damage your children. That is what happened to me. That's why I said to myself, I'm not going to raise my daughter in this type of environment, because I'm not going to let the same thing happen to her that happened to me. And like I said earlier, it affected my education. You know, when you get off the bus and you come home and it's already a fight. Plates are getting thrown in the kitchen. You're hearing plates and dishes getting broken and stuff. And it's just hollering and screaming, and then nobody eats because somebody doesn't want to cook because they're mad at each other, and mom is not cooking and dad leaves, and you know, so you're going to bed hungry, you're going to bed broken, you're waking up shattered, and then you got to go to school and you have no lunch money, you know, because they're so mad at each other they forgot that your account is on zero at school. And you know, you don't want to say anything to them because they're pissed off every single day. And you know, it's just that was growing up for me, and it severely affected me. I couldn't focus in school. I didn't want to focus. All I could think about was my life as a wreck because my parents hate each other. And you know, so I mean, after 17 years, my stepdad chose to walk out, and that was the best decision, you know. Yeah, that's very true. Hey, what's going on? Teal 714. Good to see you. Glad you're here. You know, but I mean, you know, it can be very dangerous. Very dangerous. You know, I'm not trying to set any records here. I'm not trying to set any goals. Or, you know, if the relationship's not going well, you know, it's like I'm not trying to get an Oscar for putting up with bullshit for 20 years. You know, I'm not trying to get some reward here. If it ain't working out, it's time to move on. It's time to go your separate ways, you know. You know, you don't want to waste time with anybody. You know, because if it ain't working out, God's got somebody better. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I can't see God wanting you to be miserable. If your husband is disrespecting you, if your boyfriend's disrespecting you, beating you, taking your money, financially starving you, you know, if you're a stay-at-home mom or whatever, and your husband just doesn't give you anything, or your boyfriend doesn't give you anything, you know, that's financially abusing you. I don't think God is okay with that, you know. They can't stand each other for nothing. Yeah. But, you know, and the problem was, I watched my parents go through this for 17 years. You know, 17 years, and they never even married each other. That's a long time to be together and not get married. So it's like, what are you doing? You've been together 17 years, you don't want to marry. Like, what are we doing here? Right? But what that taught me was, you know, to do the same thing. And it showed what I thought growing up was, this is love. If you're fighting, this is how you show love to each other. You have to fight all the time or you don't love each other. So when I got in my relationship that I'm in now, she told me, she said, I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm too old for that. I don't have time for that. You know, she's telling me these things. And so as the relationship kind of went on, I noticed that, like, we didn't fight. And it had been like 3 or 4 months, and we still, like, she didn't start a fight, didn't start an argument. She was always nice to me, very kind, very respectful. And I had never experienced that in my life. So then I start questioning myself, does she even like me? Because she's not arguing with me. She's not starting petty fights with me. We're not fighting about anything. Like, even if we have a disagreement, it's just like, oh, okay. You know, and she ends it. And so I was so brainwashed that I thought that, okay, this isn't love, right? How many people can say that they grew up that way? You know, that they were so, you know, confused about what love was because they saw their parents fight, that maybe you grew up that way thinking that this is what love is. You have to fight and you have to endure mental abuse, you know. So I was like, and I asked her, like, I was just thinking, you know, like, yeah, you're saying, you know, you love me, but you're not acting like it. Because in my mind, love was something totally different from what real love is, you know. So she had to slowly, you know, I started coming around, and she was just teaching me all this stuff. Like, no, you were never loved by anybody, and that's not what love is. And she you know, she showed me what real love was. I realized I'd never experienced that. Even when I was married the first time, I never experienced that. You know, because my wife at the time grew up in the same type of environment. She was in and out of foster homes, never had a mother to show her love, so she never really knew, you know, didn't have a mom and dad. She didn't have an example. So, you know, so both of us, we didn't know what love was. All we knew was fighting. And we thought this is what love is. So, you know, let me get some of these comments in. A lot of people think that way because that's all they know. They think that's the only way it's supposed to be. If you've never seen love, you will be clueless on how it should be. Love is a wonderful thing. When you're willing to give your heart and time to someone, it's give and take. Yep. That's very true, you know. And so that's another reason why I made that decision. Look, I can't be with you, you know, and we got to get a divorce, you know, because If I would have stayed with her, what would I have been teaching my daughter? You know, this curse is just going to continue. Starting to rain, y'all. It would just continue. And so many of y'all may have been raised like me. You have a false sense of what love is, or maybe you did. I hope you see what real love is now. So a lot of what the point of this channel is to show you that there are real men out here that want to love you. They want to love you. There's so many good men that are with bad women because they don't know what love is. Can love sometimes be scary? Yes, it can. It can be. You know, because it's like a risk to reward thing. You know, you risk getting your heart broken, but if you find the right one, there's nothing better than that. You know. But you got to know what you are looking for. You got to know before you go into any relationship what you will and will not put up with. You got to be able to say, look, hey, what's going on, Megan? But you got to be able to say, look, I'm not going to date somebody that does drugs. I'm just not. I'm not going to date somebody that does not believe spiritually what I believe. I'm not going to be with someone that cannot take me higher spiritually, that cannot challenge me to get a better education. You know, you got to be with somebody that's going to push you up. And if you're pushing them up and they're pushing you up and you're both goal oriented, you know, and you've got big dreams, that's the best. You know, that's the best way to do it. But, you know, if you were with someone that is constantly downing you like I was, downing you, telling you you're going to fail, you know, you're stupid, you dropped out of high school, you'll always be a loser, I don't know why you're trying to do this, you're not going to make it, you'll never be in a movie, you'll never start your own company. Guess what? I've done all those things. And the problem is sometimes we listen to our spouse too much. So it can be a good thing and it can be a very bad thing. So if they're giving you words of affirmation, right? They're giving you positivity, that's a good thing. But sometimes the ones that are closest to us can also tear us down the most. Like that one song says, nobody can hurt you like you can. And then nobody can hurt you like your friends. Y'all know who that is. Come on. Get it together. You gotta heal your body. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But let's see. Yes, that does make a difference. You have things in common and feel like the other person respects you as a person. That's right. Togetherness is the key to a successful relationship. That's right. We can't see you. Yeah, I'm out here in my truck and it's, yeah, I don't have any lighting out here. You can kind of see me. There I am. Let's see. Here I am. Let me turn the light on real quick. Oh, light's not gonna work. Hold on. There we go. It's me. Oh no. But yes, it is me. I'm here. What's that movie say? It's me, Jessica. Anyway, some of y'all remember that movie, but some of you have no clue what I'm talking about. I think it was like Rob Schneider or something. Schneider, what a strange last name. It's hard to say, Schneider. But let's see. Your spouse should enlighten you in life. Oh, let me go back. Oh, hold on. And support you, that's right. I want to work on myself before love finds me. Okay, Mario. That's better. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Hot chick, she says. Hey Joe, I agree. What's being said, with what's being said, I believe if my spouse listened to me more, he may still be here. Yep, and I've lost a lot of good women because I used to be that way. You know, I wasn't was not always the man that I have become. I have become this man because I actually started listening. Because if you keep losing good love, then you may be the problem, you know? And I had to take a good long look at myself, and I found that I was the problem, and I needed to work on some things with me as a man, you know? Because it was like, that was the main thing I kept getting told by everybody. You don't listen, you don't listen, you don't listen. And I didn't. I was stubborn. I was actually stupid. So, and when I tell men all the time, like, oh, I don't know how to please my woman. Well, why don't you just shut up and listen to her? It's not that hard. Like, if you just shut up and listen, like, a woman will tell you exactly what she needs from you. Trust me, she will tell you. She'll tell you every day. Like, but the problem with men is they don't listen, you know? So it's like, on one hand, men like to say, oh, well, women talk too much. Well, you don't listen. So why are you concerned that they talk too much? You don't even listen to what they're saying. They wouldn't have to talk so much if you'd listen and do your damn job. So that's what I do. You know, I listen very intently to women now. And by doing that, it has made me such a better man. I'm telling y'all. It has made me the man that I am today. Because, I mean, like, what else are we trying to do here? You know? Some people, they'd rather listen to their homeboys than listen to their woman. Like, I'm not trying to please my homeboy. All right? I'm trying to please a woman. You know, that sounds kind of weird. And then you've got men, they're like, man, I just can't open up to my lady. But you can go somewhere and hang out with your homeboys and tell them everything that's going on. You know, if you can't open up to her, you got a problem, dude. You should be more comfortable with your spouse, homeboys. Because then if you're not, and you're more comfortable with them, that's going to kind of make me question you. Like, what's really going on here? Well, she don't know the stress I'm going through. She don't know what I have to deal. Why doesn't she know? Whose fault is that? That's your fault because you're not speaking. You ain't telling her nothing. She is here for you, man. That's why y'all are together, to be a couple, to help one another, not to hide things from each other. You know? And if you're a man that hides things from his woman and you feel like, I can't tell her, man, you're raised wrong, dude. You gotta retrain the way you're thinking. God made woman for you. God made woman for man. He made Eve for Adam. I'm getting everything mixed up. You know, your woman wants to be your biggest supporter. She will stand by you. And you know, I mean, really, and more specifically, what I have found is black women in general, they will stand by you, like, no matter what. They genuinely care. They want to know what's going on in your mind, dude. You know, like that's what I'm saying, man. It's good you were able to take a good long look at yourself to try to work on your shortcomings to better yourself. Yeah. Especially if you get into an argument, take a moment to breathe. Then one of you speak, the other listen. Hear each other out. Speaking the truth, says Michelle. It's called the stop, calm, relax, listen, received, hear, received, then come to a resolution. Everyone, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. Hear each other's views, then come to a conclusion how to move forward on the relationship, understanding each other's feelings. That's true. You know, we got some good stuff coming through tonight. Good comments, good advice. Really good advice. How y'all liking this live stream so far? How y'all liking this live stream so far? we got 12 people watching. That's great. 12 people. Thank y'all for watching tonight. I really appreciate it. Whew. But you know, I had to come on here because I mean, it's like every day I hear something I just can't believe. I cannot believe the crap I hear about guys these days. You know, I mean, it's just like men are not doing their job. Fathers are not doing their job teaching their sons. And let me give a shout out to every woman in this chat that has had to be the mother and the father. Because trust me, there are some single mothers in this chat that have done a better job of raising their sons and daughters than some families do where there is a father in the household. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Some of you women have done a damn good job of raising your sons and daughters, and you know exactly who you are. So I would like to commend you for the hard work, because yes, it is very hard. You've had to teach your sons to be men, and you've done a very good job. And because of that, they are on the road to success. They will take the example that you have given them, and they will raise their families and raise their sons and daughters to be men and women because of you. You know who you are. And I'm going to give you a hand clap right now because you deserve it. You deserve it. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud because that is such a hard thing to do. Shout out to all the single mothers here. God bless you. Here, I am a single mom, and I thank Yahweh for blessing me with a good son. Amen. I agree. You know, I mean, even my, my woman, she had to raise 2 kids, you know, her whole life. And I can honestly say, damn good job for her as well. I mean, she's got some of the most respectable sons I've ever met. You know, they have worked with me and built houses and, you know, damn good kids. You're welcome, Coco. Absolutely. Absolutely. And hey, y'all, how many of y'all like reading? Anybody into reading books? Anybody like reading books on this live stream? We've got 10 people right now. Let me know if you like to read, because I've got something I want to share with everybody. Absolutely. Love reading? Okay. Because we've got an amazing woman here in the chat right now, and she's an amazing author. She's incredible, and she's got a lot of books on Amazon, and I would love for you guys to please go check them out if you like to read. And her name is Coco Storm. Yes, that's right, Coco Storm. And she's got a great interracial novel. It is on Amazon, and it is called Her True Love. So, you know, if you would like to, if you're into interracial novels or love stories, you know, she's got quite a few books on Amazon. You could probably type in Coco Storm, and that's her pen name, and it will pop up probably all of her books. And you know, she's just she's an incredible woman. She's a very good friend of mine, and you know, she's just an incredible person, and I would love for you to please go check out her books. You know, and she's going to the top. I'm telling y'all, She's a poet and an author, and her writings are second to none. She's going to the top. I'm telling y'all, she's going to be a New York bestseller? New York Times bestseller? I mean, really. So, thank you. Thank you, Teal. I'd appreciate that, because I'd definitely recommend her. She's only got one on Amazon now. The others are still in editing mode. Okay. So, yeah, y'all make sure, and even if you're watching this live stream and it's already ended, I know there will be about 300 or 400 people that come after this. It's about the average number of views I'll get on these live streams. So make sure you check out Coco Storm on Amazon. Please do that, and thank you. Whew. Anyways, what else, y'all? What are we doing tonight? What's everybody doing? Everybody's like watching you. Are you watching me? You can't really see me. But look at that. There goes the diesel. You could hear it, man. I long for the day when when I hear mine start up again. It's been a journey with my truck. It's just I've replaced so many things. I replaced the fuel injector, then I replaced the back pressure exhaust sensor, then I replaced the ICP sensor, then I did the IPR sensor, 2 new batteries, then the starter went out this week, replaced the starter, and I still can't get it to start. I'm like, I don't know. So, every day I'm taking this engine apart, looking at videos and stuff of what it could be. And I'm completely lost. I have no idea. At this point, I think it has something to do with the oil pressure. So there's like a few more tests I can run. I got to take like the oil filter out of the engine and try to crank the engine. And if oil fills up the space where the oil filter goes, then I know that the low oil pressure pump is good. If it doesn't fill it up, then I know that the low oil pressure pump is bad. And apparently that's like really, really hard to get to on this engine and fix. So just pray that it's not that. And also pray it's not the high pressure oil pump, because that's just as bad. So, I just, I need your prayers, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I need your prayers, because my truck's been down for like 3 weeks. And it's stressing me. I'm telling y'all, it is stressing me to death. But God is good. He's still on the throne. He knows what's wrong with this engine. And hopefully he will reveal this to me very soon. I'll find the problem and I can get back on the road and get everything going. I'm believing for that. I'm believing that, are you the main one working on your truck? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Just because it's so expensive to get it worked on, because like the injector, I had it in the mechanic shop. They looked at it for $200 and they said it's the fuel injector is messed up. And this is before my truck completely died. And so I said, okay, it's a fuel injector. How much? They said $1,600. If we do it, they said, but if you know a little bit about your truck, you could do it. And so I got a fuel injector myself and I replaced it. And then the truck just like died. Like, I don't know what happened. And I haven't been able to figure out what went wrong. Like, it just won't crank. So I had to get it towed to the house here. And now I've just been replacing everything that it could be. And so far, it hasn't, nothing's come about. Do I have a mechanic? Yes. I do have a mechanic that I like. It's the people that told me that the fuel injector was out, which, they were very honest with me. And I like the fact that they told me, hey, it's the fuel injector and you can probably fix it yourself and save $1,600. So I took their sticker. They had like these decal stickers at their shops. I took one and I put it on the back window. But I haven't been able to, get it back to them to see what the problem is now. I've just kind of been running blind, just replacing everything I can. And so far, nothing. I don't know what it is. I don't have the big scanner thing to do all the diagnostics and see exactly what it is, or the money to even fix it, so that's where I am now. But if you could just pray for me, just prayers would be much appreciated. God will make a way. Y'all want to hear some karaoke tonight, or what do we want to do? You can't make a heart love somebody. You can tell it what to do, but it won't listen at all. You can't make a heart love somebody. You can lead a heart to love, but you can't make it fall. It's a little George Strait for you. I like that song. Yes, I did. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, I said that at the beginning of this live stream. Because actually, I didn't even know if I was going to do karaoke tonight. Because I got on here, I was kind of angry, with that whole situation. But I'm in a better mood now. Sometimes you just got to get some stuff off your chest. And, and I don't like to see any women disrespected by men, by guys. So and I just wanted to share that with y'all, just for anybody, maybe you haven't gone through that situation where there's a guy trying to control you and say, give me your phone, give me your purse, how much money do you have, all that, looking at your bank account, why did you spend this much money here and there? And I hope you never have to deal with that. I hope you never have to. Because women don't deserve that. Men, we need to bring back the gentleman. People say, make America great again. How about we bring back the gentleman again? Where did he go? Bringing back gentlemen in this country is more important. Because that's where it starts. And I want to say this, and this is all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get too political or anything like that, because I know people don't like to talk about that stuff. But I want to say I do not like the way that the Ukrainian president was treated during his visit to the White House. I'm having a real big problem with that. Especially when I don't know who that guy was, and I know many of y'all have seen, on the news when that guy was like, "Whoa, where's your suit? Why aren't you wearing a suit?" I felt that that was very inappropriate, in my opinion, to ask him that and to call the guy out on live TV and try to embarrass him like that. And I saw a video of one guy where he was actually crying. Like, this is a big dude. Like, he's muscular, tatted up. And, you know, he was like, I'm so embarrassed of our country that you have this asshole call the Ukrainian president out and be like, where is your suit? Do you even own one? Why are you dressed like that in the White House? You should have more respect and dress the part. And this guy's like, this dude came here and he is literally fighting on the front lines for his country. And he's like, and all you can say to him is, where is your suit? And I have to agree with this guy that was mad about it. Because I'm the same way. I'm like, you know what? He's right. Why are you asking about what he's wearing? Doesn't matter, dude. This guy's risking his life every day. This guy's actually fighting in the war. Something you don't see our presidents ever do. This guy is actually out there on the front lines. And this POS is like, where's your suit? You ought to have more respect. And even JD, I thought he was very disrespectful to Zelensky as well, by saying, you know, have you even thanked America? You need to thank America right now in front of all the cameras and stuff. I felt like that was very immature of him. That was kind of childish, in my opinion. So I felt that they were being very disrespectful. And I know a lot of people are trying to turn it around on Zelensky, saying he was disrespectful. I disagree. I thought that we were very disrespectful to him in that regard. And, you know, I just felt that we as Americans, we've gotten so far away from what it means to be an American, you know. So I'll leave that conversation with this, just prayers for Ukraine, and I'll move on. But let's read some of these comments. I agree with you about President Zelensky. The guy who asked about his clothes is Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend. Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend. Oh, okay. Good evening, Cadet. Hold on one second, guys. Oh, wonderful. I just got a text message that tornadoes are on the way. Great. You know, it's funny. I went through a tornado on this day, on March 2nd. I think it was 2023. I posted it earlier on Facebook. We were working in my hometown, and a tornado hit the motel we were in. We were in a Motel 6, and we were on the top floor, and all the power goes out. It's me, Justin, and Alicia. That's my crew. And all the power goes out, and you could hear everybody in every room around you. And, you know, there's like kids in the room to the right of us. We hear the kids screaming and crying, and the dad's trying to calm them down. And I've already got PTSD from being in a tornado prior to this. And I've actually been in 3 tornadoes in my life, and I've seen 4. So, you know, all the power's out. You can hear everything. And some lady is watching like the news on her phone, and she comes running across the balcony in front of all of the, you know, the whole motel doors, because it's a motel. So you got that big balcony outside of all the doors, you know. She's running. And she's saying, oh my God, there's a tornado headed straight our way. We're all going to die. And, you know, when you are somebody that suffers from PTSD from tornadoes, that's the last thing you need to hear when you're already trying to keep it together. And she was freaking out. She was screaming it at the top of her lungs, running. And everybody could hear her, and she's just repeating herself, running back and forth, back and forth. And so you know, it was not good for me. You know, I was having like a panic attack. And sure enough, here come the tornado. But all I can say is thank God that everybody was okay. You know, it destroyed the gas station that was maybe 40 yards in front of us. And then it kind of slightly turned off course as it was coming towards us. So it hit the right side of the motel, but we were literally on the left side of the motel. So when we came out, there's debris everywhere, and like half of the roof on the right side was torn off, but we were okay. So, you know, all I can say about that is prayer works, man. Prayer works. And if you've never been in a tornado, it is a horrible, horrible experience. One of the scariest things you'll ever go through in life. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's terrifying. The scariest I've ever been in my life. So, and that's the bad thing about spring in Texas, you know. But the first tornado hit the day after Christmas, December 26th, 2015. Worst day of my life. There was 8 people killed in my neighborhood, and that we know of. I was told there was much, much more casualties than that, but that's all the news reported. So, but God protected me during that as well. It absolutely did. The house in front of me was flatlined. There was completely nothing left, but my house was standing. The house to the right of me, the entire roof was ripped off. The house in front of him, flat. And the crazy thing is, the people in front of me and to the left of them, the 2 houses that were flat, because it was the day after Christmas, they were gone. They were in a whole nother state. Both of them were out of the state visiting family. They were elderly people. So it was literally a miracle. If they would have been there, they'd have been killed. You know, and all I had time to do was say, Jesus save me, Jesus save me, Jesus save me. That's all I could mutter as this tornado is hitting the house, and you are hearing windows exploding simultaneously like a bomb is going off. You're hearing metal being twisted above your roof. You're hearing what sounds like a jet right on top of the house. Some people say a freight train. I would compare it to a jet, to an airplane. I go to the airport. I went to the airport like 2 weeks ago, and I let my daughter watch the planes coming in Dallas Love Field, where JFK landed when he came to Dallas. And the planes are pretty close to you. And so I knew what that sounded like as a kid, and that's what it sounded like. And it lasted about 25 seconds, you know. And you walk out, and it's like a bomb went off on the whole neighborhood. I mean, it's just day and night, you know. Everybody's screaming. There's electric telephone poles on the ground, just electricity shooting out of them everywhere. Everybody's screaming, stay back, get off the ground, because it was raining. You know, it was chaotic. And there was like no time to even react. Like, the power went out, so nobody even knew that a tornado was even coming. You know, our power was out for probably 20 minutes. I had no idea. And that's why, unfortunately, people, you know, lost their lives. So, but when I move, first thing I'm doing is getting a freaking storm shelter built. That's my biggest dream, to have an underground storm shelter. I would feel very safe if that was the case. But yeah. Not fun. And there was a time when my mom used to say my dad was a very heavy sleeper when he was alive. He's really a heavy sleeper now that he's passed away, if you know what I mean. But when he was, that's a bad joke. Sorry about that one. Um, when he was alive, she used to say, man, she used to say, you'd sleep through a freaking tornado. And one day, me and my mom, I was 2 years old, and and we were at a grocery store. I don't remember this. This is the first tornado I was in. I was at a grocery store with my mom, 2 years old, and we're standing outside the store, and I don't know why we were just standing there, but she says a man comes up behind her and grabs her from behind us. She's holding me in her arms, and he pulls her inside. It's a store called grocery store called Brookshire's. I don't know if y'all have one where y'all are, but a store called Brookshire's. And he says, "Are you crazy, lady? There's a tornado coming. Get back inside." And he grabs her and pulls her in. And just as he does, she gets back inside. And she said, right as I got back inside, a car landed, being thrown in the air. It landed right where me and her were standing, because the tornado was right behind the store. As he said, there's a tornado coming. It's hitting the store, and it threw the car and crashes right where we are. So if this guy wouldn't have came out and said, get back in, there's a tornado, we would have been killed. It would have crushed us. So this dude's like an angel to us, right? Well, before it hit the store, it had hit the apartments that we lived in. And my dad was apparently asleep in the bed, top floor. He was asleep, and he was naked. He slept naked. Yes. He liked to sleep in the nude. And she said, this is what he told her. When I woke up, there was no roof on the apartment complex. And he said, I woke up and daylight is shining on me. And he said, I'm butt naked. And he's like, I'm looking around like, what happened? And he's like, everybody's freaking out and screaming. He said, then I realized the tornado hit. So he literally slept through a tornado, and it ripped the roof off of the apartment complex. Thank God it didn't rip him out of the bed and take his naked ass away. But he literally slept through a tornado. So to me, that tells me that God had a plan for him, and God spared his life. I just wish he would have chose to spare his own life. Right? But if you know my story, then you know my dad passed away shortly after that. He took his own life. But damn. Anyway, it's all good, just some crazy stories that I've got, so God has always protected me. He is definitely my protector, my provider, Jehovah Jireh. Amen. Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Shammah. He is my protector. So yes, amen. Jesus is my way maker. I was just praising God this morning. I said, Lord, you are the way maker. You are the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You are the Lion of the tribe of Judah. There is none like you. There is none like you. You have conquered death, hell, and the grave. You are a way-making, water-walking, storm-chasing king. Amen, amen. So And that's the thing, you know, I'm trying to strengthen my relationship with him, you know, because thing is, the closer you get to him, the better off you'll be. Okay. Didn't know what that said. Hey. The closer you get, the better off I'll be. You know, but I mean, God's never far away. You know, He's always right here. We are the ones that get far away. You know, we're the ones that we got to get closer to Him. Yep, amen. We got to get closer to Him. You know. Yeah, it was weird, wasn't it? What was that even supposed to mean? None. I don't know. You know, but that's why He sent His Son Jesus to die for us. So that relationship between us and the Father could be restored. You know, that's how much He loves us. Mm-hmm. Woo! Let's see. None of her business. That's right. Oh, you're funny. We got Angela. Good night, Angela. That's a beautiful name, isn't it? Angela. The closer you get, oh yeah, the further I fall. Y'all know that song? I'll be over the edge now in no time at all. That's a classic. I'm falling faster and faster and faster with no time to stall. The closer you get, the further I fall. Thank you. Yeah, that's the band Alabama. They got a lot of good songs. Why, lady, why can't I get over you? I try, lady, try. Thank you. I'm trying to remember how the rest of it goes. Dang. But it's no use. Something like that. To be on my way would be the best thing to do. So why, lady, why can't I get over you? Well, I know the lady is down on her love, 'cause I used to hold her and have that special touch. But work took me away from home late at nights, and I wasn't there when she turned out the lights. Then both of us got lonely, and I gave in to lust, and she just couldn't live with a man she couldn't trust. Now she's a lady down on love. She needs somebody to gently gently pick her up. She's got her freedom, but she'd rather be bound to a man who'd love her and never let her down. Woo! What a beautiful song that is. Come on, man. I'm telling y'all, they don't make country music like they used to. That is country. I love those like story songs. Man. Beautiful. That's Alabama. I've sang some Alabama before. That one song, y'all remember this one? Oh, I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you and me in our darkest hour to show us how to live, to teach us how to give, to guide us with a light of love, to guide us with a light of love. Man, I hope a tornado don't come. It's like pouring right now. Oh man, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs too. I love that song. Thank y'all. Telling y'all, I'm gonna make it. I am going to make it. I know it. I don't know why, but Joe singing sometimes reminds me of Randy Travis. Randy Travis, I was just looking him up earlier. You know, he lives in the next town from me. Oh, darling, I'm gonna love you forever. Forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men, if you wonder how long I'll be faithful, just listen to how this song ends. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen. Yeah, a little Randy Travis for you. Heck yeah. I love Randy Travis, man. He's got the voice. That is the voice. That's the Travis song. I know best. You're doing a great job, Joe. Thank you. You know, and I love to hear that because I want nothing more than to, entertain y'all when I come on here and give y'all a good time on the Cup of Joe show. You know, for me to entertain y'all and bring a smile to y'all's face always brings a smile to mine. You know, and that other one I love, if I can remember how it goes. My love is deeper than the holler, stronger than the river, higher than the pine trees growing tall upon the hill. My love is purer than snowflakes that fall in late December, and honest as a robin on a springtime windowsill, and longer than the song of a whippoorwill. Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna be somebody. This is a different one. Different guy. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. That's my song right there because that's my declaration. My declaration of faith. I'm gonna be somebody someday, I'm telling y'all. I know it. It's been a long road to the top. And I'm persevering. Become friends with perseverance. You want to make it? Become friends with struggles. Because it's going to be a struggle to the top, but you can make it. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Stacy. Well, everybody talks about the California quakes, but the first time I ever felt the earth shake was in Miami. Here we go. When Angie touched me. Oh, it shook me. I told her I loved her and I wanted to stay. But she said, be sure, and I'll call you in L.A. Even in the taxi, I could hear my telephone ring, calling me from Miami. My Angie, what took you so long? I thought you'd never call. Miami, oh my Angie. Miami, my Angie loves me after all. I haven't done that one in a long time. I had to do that one. Hope you liked it. What else? What else? Little Keith Whitley. I posted a Facebook post earlier. It said, if you can't call yourself country and not know who this is, and it's a picture of Keith Whitley. And I said, y'all better know. Some dude tried to say something the other day. What's your obsession with Keith Whitley? He only had like 2 or 3 good songs. I was like, dude, you're crazy. Do you know how many good songs this dude had? Like, yes, Forrest. Let's go through his songs. Let's do a little mashup here. Let's see if I can remember all. There's so many. Homecoming 63. You went home with the love you gave to me. Turn me on to ecstasy. Homecoming 63. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you never leave me. A touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. Yeah, you say it best when you say nothing at all. I know you loved him a long time ago. And even now in my arms, you still want him, I know. But darling, this time that your memories die, when you hold me tonight, don't close your eyes. Well, don't close your eyes. Let it be me. Don't pretend it's him in some fantasy. Darling, just once, let yesterday go, and you'll find more love than you've ever known. Tell Lori I love her. Tell Lori I need her. Tell her everything would be okay if I could just see her. Tell Lori I love her. Tell Lori I need her. And if I leave this old world, tell her she's the only girl for me. And if I leave this old world, tell her she's the only girl for me. I'm no stranger to the rain. I'm a friend of thunder. Friend, is it any wonder lightning strikes me? Damn, dude. I fought with the devil, got down on his level, but I never gave in, so he gave up on me. I'm no stranger to the rain. Damn, it don't sound like it's raining even harder now. Jeez. Oh, man. Yeah, it's really coming down now. I shouldn't have sang the rain song. You hear that? It's so loud in here. Okay. Dang. All right, I take it back. Wow. All right, don't sing songs about rain. I get it. I don't think I can now. I got this short sleeve shirt on. That would be dreadfully cold. I might have to actually make a run for it though. Getting pretty bad out here. Rainy night in Georgia, Kentucky rain. Here comes it, rainy day feeling again. Blue eyes crying in the early morning rain. They go on, and there's no two the same. Oh, how I wish they'd stop playing all these songs about rain. Yeah, see my teddy bear? Oh, man. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a run for it. I'm gonna try to get to the porch, and then I guess I'm gonna end the live stream once I get to the porch and let y'all know that I'm on the porch. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Let me show y'all. Well, hang on. Woo! Yeah, it's already pouring as soon as I open the door. I've got a short sleeve shirt on, and it's gonna be really, really cold. Oh, man. Actually, I got a jacket. Hold on. Haha! I got a jacket. Check out my muscle. Blah! Triceps. I better ease up out here. I'm good. It's kind of easing up. Ease up or get tweezed up. What? It's kind of calming down. Eased up and tweezed up. What's that even mean? Hey man, you better ease up before you get tweezed up. Pull out some tweezers and start tweezing stray hairs and stuff. Man, I'll split your pineapple. I'll crush your kiwi. I'll break your banana. That's crazy. Oh, man. All right, here we go. I'm going to try it. Here we go. Wish me luck. Oh, I fell in the water. Oh, where's my key? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That's wet. That's wet. Check it out. It's just pouring. Yoo-hoo. It's me. So I'm up here on the porch now. It's all good. Just pray there's no tornadoes tonight, and that'd be great. I better get inside. It's starting to lightning and stuff. But until next time, y'all. Hey, love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching tonight. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like the music, you want to hear more of that stuff. If you haven't ever listened to Keith Whitley, make sure you go look him up on YouTube. Greatest voice in country music. R.I.P. Mr. Keith Whitley. Good night, everybody. Love y'all. Oh, until next time, I'm Joe Jones. This is the Cup of Joe Show. And this has just been your Daily Dosage. Good night, everybody.